What a night it has been, and Sam Lower is the #1 pick for the 2024 National Draft. He's headed to Richmond among a host of talented youngsters that are headed to Tigerland. Richmond has absolutely dominated night one of the draft as expected, and a special moment there with the former skipper Trent Cotchin. He really dwarfed Trent Cotchin there. He's so much bigger than him, isn't he? So tall and...
These kids are ridiculous these days, the size of them, although there were a few smaller mids, we're talking small these days, 180, but, you know, the Murphy Reeds and Jagger Smith and Sid Draper, but a couple of big units in there as well.
Big midfielder. I mean, how tall are you?
Yeah, 179.
So midfielders now getting drafted at 195.
Yeah, it's
it is extraordinary, and it just shows the evolution of the game and the power. It's sensational stuff. So what a night it has been at Marvel Stadium, a really special night for all the players drafted. And who are the big winners, do you think, from this evening?
Oh, well, no doubt Richmond coming into it, we're always going to be the winners. We've still got to obviously see how it plays out over time, but as you take a look at the top 10, they got the two powerful, midfielders. Lawler, who can play mid-forward, Smiley, who's going to be, can play anywhere early days, but he's going to settle as a big, powerful midfielder in time. And we know about they went and got Taj Houghton, which was probably the first real surprise of the night. They jumped ahead of a few clubs that thought they could take a bit of a punt coming back from his ACL injury, and then they got their key forward they wanted in Jonty Fall, so he was their first pick, and then just fortune had it that in pick 23 it slipped back to Harry Armstrong as well, so they're able to get the Twin Towers and now can really set up their forward line in the future, and then they got their key defender in between in Luke Traynor.
So Richmond, Mick, what do you make of their night? It's a night that really could make or break their next premiership tilt.
Yeah, it is. And they built their list exactly as we expected, didn't they? They've gone to either end of the ground, stocked up through the midfield, and I just marvel at it. To sit there, I think Blair Hartley's a genius. He's done an exceptional job of building a list purely on the back of one draft, and the timing couldn't have been better. We know it's a super draft, and look at that list there. They're household names that Richmond fans are going to get used to for a long, long time.
What about the St Kilda Football Club, Shifter, and what they've been able to do tonight? A couple of picks in the top 10, and we know Ross Lyon loves the running players.
Well, and Travaglia, I think he's got him very, very early, wrapped with Adam Taru, so that's the half-back line. That's where the game starts. They'll set it up. The two boys with the blonde hair, they're exciting players to watch. Both will take their marks, go for their marks, intercept, and then create that great run that you want to see from your back half. Travaglia had a fantastic year, this boy from Bendigo. Loved his national championship games, and I loved it when he got the opportunity to push up and play at VFL level.
Of course, St Kilda lost Josh Battle, so he was a defender. The 26-year-old, been really solid, but now they get Taru, who could be anything, as that interceptor, the 18-year-old that hopefully has 15 years ahead of them, so they've replaced that intercept defender with the younger one that's probably got a higher ceiling, so hopefully it all pans out for them. And as you said, Travaglia, the runner, is what Ross really loves.
And what about the Demons tonight and what they've been able to target in the draft?
Yeah, got some class, haven't they? And it's been an area of focus in recent years after their crash and bash style when they won the premiership. They've gone and got Caleb Windsor. They've tried to get some other players that they've got some run and skill. And these two, Mick, I really love Harvey Langford. I think he's a beauty who can play forward. And then Lindsay, we spoke about earlier, the versatility with his skill level to play any position on the ground. Yeah,
definitely. Both run and carry types, aren't they? And Harvey Langford gives you a little bit of a point of difference in the midfield with his size. They'll be hoping to fast-track him. Does it then allow Christian Petrarca to spend a bit more time forward and give him another avenue to goal? But, Xavier Lindsay, he's precision kicking. You talk Caleb Windsor and those sorts of guys. So they're just starting to build between Tim Lamb and Jason Taylor a really nice balance of inside and outside mids.
All right, we're going to head to Marvel Stadium where Ben Waterworth has been watching it all unfold. Ben, plenty of talk there, no doubt, about what's going to happen tomorrow on night 2 of this draft.
Oh, no doubt about that, Sarah. I think we're all, I suppose, trying to catch our breath about what we just saw over the past couple of hours, because from about pick 10 onwards, the draft was really flipped by what Richmond did with picks 10 and 11, taking Jonty Fall and Taj Houghton. Jonty Fall, the first key forward to go. A lot of clubs, I reckon, would have had him maybe 4th in their key forward rankings, whereas we get the likes of Jack Whitlock and Job Shanahan still on the board come tomorrow night. So that was a real draft shaper. Also, I think the West Coast are really big winners tonight. The fact that they were able to get Beau Allen, the best WA prospect, slip to their pick, but it also goes one pick back because they traded with Port Adelaide. They get an extra pick in the 40s tomorrow night. I think West Coast would be absolutely thrilled with their night so far. The Giants picked another bolter. So in previous drafts, we know the Giants took Lecalier in the first round. They took Phoenix Gothard last year. Well, they've taken Cody Ango from WA. Adrian Caruso always likes a bolter, and he's certainly the bolter of 2024. And I suppose a big talking point in the aftermath of this as well will be that trade that was struck between North Melbourne and Richmond with the final pick of the night. North Melbourne parting with a future first-round pick. Depending on how it all plays out next year, that could be an early pick, and getting pick 27 and a future second back from Richmond as well. I get the sense that pick, that trade swap, will polarise a lot of opinion tomorrow in the fallout. But yeah, there's so many good names left on the board, and we get to do it all again, Jonesy, tomorrow night.
On those poor players tonight that have a nervous night ahead. Hopefully they get some sleep. Thank you so much, Ben Waterworth, there at Marvel Stadium. Thank you, panel. Joey, great work. Mick, well done. And Shifter, as always, your knowledge is unparalleled. We look forward to tapping into that a little bit more tomorrow. Night 2, right here on Fox Footy. You can catch it all from 7 p.m. Congratulations to all the players drafted tonight.